Linux. Now at this point, I'm going to just click on the start button and you will be able to see this kind of window. So you can see there are many different ways in which you can install Kali Linux, but the most popular one is graphical install. So just leave this as default, which is graphical install. If this is not selected by default, you can use your arrow keys to move to the location where you highlight your graphical install option and then press enter key. So just press enter, which is going to start the installation of Kali Linux. So now you will see this window where you can select the language in which you want to install Kali Linux. So here you can see many different languages. I'm going to choose the English language for now and then click on continue. And on the next window, you can select your location. So by default, it's United States, but you can choose any other locations from here. I will leave United States as it is and then click on continue. And now you can configure the keyboard layout. So many different regions have different keyboard layouts, right? So in my case, I'm going to use a German keyboard layout because I'm using a German keyboard. So I'm going to choose German, but you can choose any other keyboard layouts from here. Okay, so I will choose German and then click on continue. And now you can see it says detect and mount installation media. So just wait for the next option to appear. Now after some time, you will see this window where you can configure the network. So here you can give any name to your host name. By default, it's Kali. I will leave it as default, but you can change this host name anytime you want. So I will leave it as Kali and then click on continue. And on the next window, you can choose the domain name. So if you don't have the domain name, you can leave it as blank, and I will also leave it as blank and click on continue. And now it's going to ask for the full name of the new user. So here you can provide the full name of the user. For now, I'm going to provide, let's say, Codebind in my case, but you can provide any other name as full name. Now the username by default will be selected, whatever you have given in the previous window. I will leave it also as default, which is Codebind in my case. If you want to change this username of your account, then you can change it from here also. Now click on continue. Now here you can set any password which you will use at the time of login to your Kali Linux. Okay, so I'm going to choose a simple password for now and then verify this password. You just need to remember this password and use this password at the time of login, right? And then click on continue. And now you can choose the clock. So for now, I'm going to choose central region. These options will appear different if you have chosen the different location. Then click on continue. And now after some time, you will see this option. Here you have as the partition disk many options here. I will choose this option which says guided use entire disk for now. And then click on continue. And you have this option, so you don't have any other option but to choose this. So I will just click on continue once again. And on the next window, you can choose the partition disks. So you have three options here. I will choose the first option from here, but you can choose wisely from those two options also. So I will leave it on you, whatever you want to choose. I will choose the first option here, which is all files in one partition, and then click on continue. And now I have this option which says partition disk. I will just leave everything as default, which is finish partitioning and write the changes to the disk, and then click on continue. And then you have the next window. So here you can see it asks us write the changes to the disk. So I will say yes and then click on continue. Now at this stage you may have to wait for some time until this process reaches to the end. And now you will see this window which says configure the package manager. So for now I don't have any package manager information, so I will leave it as blank. You can leave it as blank if you don't have any, and then click on continue. So now I can see this window which says software selection here. So by default this Kali default desktop environment is selected here, but if you want any other desktop environment, for example GNOME or KDE Plasma or any other desktop environment, you can choose it from these options, right? I will leave everything as default because it's enough, and then click on continue. Now after some time I can see this message, which is an installation step failed. This might be related to my Windows operating system or my internet connection most probably. So I will just click on continue here, and then it says select and install the software. So I will click on continue and then click on continue once again. So now I can see this window which says install the Grub bootloader on the hard disk. I will just select yes and then click on continue. And then I will select the second option here which says dev/SDA and then click on continue. And at last I can see this message which says finish the installation. Installation is complete. So it is time to boot into the new system. Make sure to remove the installation media so that you can boot into the new system rather than restarting the installation. So I'm going to just click on continue here. So on this step, the Kali Linux is going to restart by itself. You don't need to do anything. So just wait for the Kali Linux to restart, and at last you will see this kind of a login window here. So now it's time to provide your username and password. So I hope you remember your username and password which you have provided at the time of installation. As you remember, I have provided CodeBind as the username, and the password I have provided also. So I will just give the same password and then click on login. And now I can see this Kali Linux desktop. Okay. Now one thing you will notice here is when you just maximize this window of the VirtualBox, the Kali Linux desktop will not resize according to the